Well, ladies and gentlemen, to the folks that wish to have a transgender character playable within Concord, even though I believe this is sarcasm, their wish has been granted in that now we are having Baz, a transgender female character, being confirmed within Concord. And then again, I don't understand the developers behind these games in making these characters look so unrealistic. You're never going to have people in the real world to look like this. Then again, maybe there are some people that do, but it's just absolutely insane to me that they have all these DEI elements, these wokeness ideas implemented into the game. And yet again, their characters absolutely look unrealistic to me. But, anyways, before we do get into this article, please don't forget to subscribe, like, or dislike. It doesn't matter. It helps with engagement, and I much appreciate it. Musician Mila makes history as first playable black trans woman in a major studio's video game. The black transgender activist's full name, Jamila Adderley, shared the news in an Instagram post announcing that she voiced and gave her likeness to the free gunner Baz in the first person shooter. And if you go over to the player card of Baz, it gets a lot more interesting, where it's pretty much confirming that she's transgender. As we get into it, Baz was born into an inheriting generation of the Crescent Moon shipping empire, and the Crescent Moon leadership is passed down every other generation through the male line. Uh-oh, something's going to happen. Seems like she's going to want to get out of that male line inheritage. Baz's parents had groomed her from the birth, pushing her to outshine her cousins and garner the attention of her grandfather, Dom Lunan, leader of the Crescent Moon. That must be some terrible grooming. But his attention was notoriously fickle. He was intentionally unclear about his expectations and seemed to be looking for elusive traits in his hair. The contingent of cousins were left to flounder, frustrated and confused. Baz had no intention of wasting her time like the rest of them. Unlike her cousins who spent their days talking over each other in the boardroom, hoping to be heard and earn Dom Lunam's praise, Baz got to work. She started in the sorting hubs, learning the industry from the bottom up as a humble box cutter. That's where she first developed her knife skills. I guess cutting up boxes is quite a skillful task to be had. There's no substitute for experience, and in short order, Baz had experience up and down the whole shipping pipeline, from sorting to stamping, from routing to packing to fuel allocation and bulk delivery efficiencies. She knew her way around a warehouse, a transport ship, and a guild checkpoint, and she knew what the wilds needed. She understood the political landscape. And let me tell you, this game, Concord, they really do understand the political landscape in up trying to appease the minority of the population. They truly understand it in only selling less than 30,000 copies over on PlayStation, which is equivalent to about $1.2 million, ending up costing Sony an estimate of $50 to $100 million in losses. These are the types of people that are working on this game. Of all the cousins, she was the one that turned Don Lunam's head, but he turned away again after her gender transition. Inheritance passes down through the male line every other generation. That's the way the Crescent Moon has always been run, regardless of Baz's talent. Dom Lunam made it clear that the rules would be adhered to. So Baz chose to leave. And it's really funny the amount of times that they've used the word she within this character card. She started. She was the first to develop her knife skills. And it just goes on and on. She understood the political landscape. And she did. That is why she transitioned. And people are absolutely roasting this character card. If you just go over to the comments on this main post, if you combine the players of this game and Dustborn, it still isn't 100 players. LMAO, that Boondocks edit. I'm glad they are failing. Why? Why do this? No one is buying games because there happens to be a trans playable character. I take that back. Sorry, the game did sell a couple thousand copies. It's time to just shut the game down. Also, be careful to buy Sony developed and published games. You know why. Again, this is what happens when you continue to have developing firms or just entertainment media giants or corporations trying to appease this modern audience that is an extreme small portion of the overall general population, instead of focusing on the actual population and bringing success to your product. which we have seen countless of times, that is continuing to apparently not click in people's brains, especially within the gaming industry, with Concord, with Dustborn, and even Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, where that game is now having layoffs because of the abysmal failure that it has brought onto Warner Bros. And with all that in mind, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye bye.